Unfortunately, this time of year, people get confused and think this is beautiful. It's not, especially if you own a 7.3 diesel. Now, it's only about -5 Celsius right now, and it's gonna get a lot colder. For those of you familiar with the 7.3 Powerstroke, you'll know that that's called injector stiction. And I've had the parts to fix it sitting in my shop for several years, and I've never done anything about it. But this year, I'm gonna do something easy, because anything to make winter less of a headache is a good thing. What's the easy way out of injector stiction on a 7.3 diesel? Well, let me give you a little backstory. For the last couple of years, I've had a good friend of mine telling me I have to put in some Archoil AR 9100. We're gonna find out if he's right. Taylor, this video is for you. I understand those of you who are used to watching my channel for Mitsubishi Fuso content might be a little confused as to how a friction modifier could change how an injector works. Well, on the 7.3 diesel, the injectors are fired using oil pressure. Now, the AR 9100 goes in the oil, so after a fresh oil change, we're gonna dump this whole bottle in because it specifically says, for all power strokes, use 16 ounces. That's the whole bottle. And while we're at it, I'll be adding some AR 6500 into the fuel to help clean the injectors, increase the cetane, and improve the lubrication quality of the fuel. And for that last one alone, you know I'll be adding this into the diesel and the Fuso as well. Why do I care about adding lubrication into the fuel and the Fuso? Well, do you remember that CP4 fuel pump failure I had? That's due to a lack of lubrication in ultra-low sulfur diesel. So if you have a truck with a CP4 fuel pump and you're not running a fuel additive, you might want to start. Actually, allow me to revise that statement. Start. Not you might want to start, just start adding an additive. You don't want to go through swapping out your CP4 fuel pump and fuel lines and injectors and cleaning out your tank simply for not having enough lubrication in your ultra-low sulfur diesel. Now, the second thing that I want to show you is that this isn't just a cold start issue. I've had my truck idling outside in the snow to let it warm up. And I'm gonna try starting it again with a warm start so you can see this is not just a cold start issue. I'm sure there's doubters out there. In fact, that's probably why I haven't gone down the road of trying this for quite a while. How can a friction modifier really make the difference? In fact, there's kind of a term that fits what we would think this is, and we'd call it snake oil, right? Does it really work? Is it a myth? Well, we're about to find out if these products are just a myth or if Taylor the millwright is right again. Now, realistically, Taylor's got nothing to gain whether this works for me or not. In fact, he wants me to use it so badly to prove that he's right that one day he just tossed this bottle onto my porch while I wasn't looking. I mean, the guy is a millwright. He has right in his job title. Nobody hires a mill wrong, right? Now that I've got a fresh tank of diesel, I'm gonna throw in some AR 6500. Archoil recommends for the first tank, you throw in 2 ounces per 10 gallons. I have a 40-gallon tank, so we're gonna fill that handy measuring section twice and dump it in. Easy as that. Well, I've let the truck sit overnight, so it is cold again, as you can see by the winter on the ground, and maybe you can see my breath. It's about -5. Let's give it another cold start and see what we get. Holy. That's nuts. I was not expecting that. I'm gonna do a second start here just so you can see, like my temperature is rock cold. You'll see my glow plug lights come on and there's my breath, so you know it is actually cold. All right, from a dead cold start, ignition on, glow plugs on. You can see my temperature is still right at the bottom. Glow plugs are still going. That's insane. That is absolutely bonkers that adding a friction modifier to your oil can make that much difference. Imagine if it's helping the injectors that much, what's it doing in the rest of the engine? I'm going to be putting that in this right away. Another thought to keep in mind, the AR6500 in the fuel hasn't even had a chance to do anything yet, so once it starts cleaning out the injectors, things can only get better. Well, Taylor, looks like you were right again. Archoil is not a myth. I should have done this a long time ago. Thanks to Archoil as well, and if you want to get some Archoil for your truck, head on over to archoil.com, throw in this discount code for 10% off your purchase. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Holy